Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Oh, you can do better than that. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
First and foremost, thank you very much for coming out for the kickoff to the internship presentations. A couple of housekeeping notes. Number one, no smoking. Number two, please take a moment right now to silence your cell phones. My students know that a cell phone going off in the middle of a presentation is cause for a 0. I don't want Professor Krause doing that to any of you. Well, most of you. As I mentioned, this is the kickoff in a series of internship presentations. Today you will hear 4 presentations. All 4 of these individuals did their internship with the Washington Wild Things. I'm not sure legally that was a good idea, but we'll let the courts work that out. In no particular order of importance, though in order that they are presenting, our presenters are Brett Gambetta, Benicio DeFalco, Luke Andruscik, and Dean Shazer. Please put your hands together for our first presenter.
When I realized at the end of my high school baseball career that I didn't really want to, nor really could I, play baseball in college, I knew that I wanted to work in sports for the rest of my life because that's the only thing I've really ever consistently enjoyed in my life. And this summer, I got to do that. I got to work with a pro sports team, the Washington Wild Things. So for some of you who don't know, because we're from all over the place here, the Washington Wild Things are a professional baseball team in the Frontier League based here in Washington, Pennsylvania, just about 35 minutes away. They play in the MLB Partner League, the Frontier League. They were actually started in 1997 as the Canton Crocodiles, but moved to Washington, PA in 2001, and now they play at EQT Park. Some of their main goals as an organization are to be active in community outreach and create an affordable and fun fan experience. Some of the important people that you will need to know about this internship. First of all, Kyle Dawson. He is a WU Comm Department graduate, and he is the Vice President of Baseball Operations for the Wild Things, as well as the play-by-play announcer for the Washington Wild Things. The other one is Reese Clausen. He was the video board operator. He was the guy we met with after every game just to tell us how we were doing, what we can do better, some of the stuff all these the other 2 guys have already talked about. But Reese was really helpful in helping all of us understand what we had to do and learning how to run the cameras for the Wild Things every day. He also works for the Pittsburgh Thunderbirds and the Riverhounds. Now we're going to talk a little bit about my duties as a Wingsburg Wild Things video intern. So first of all, the picture camera. I took my own picture camera to a bunch of Wild Things games as well as the Whippeal Championship games. As you can see here, this is Riverside celebrating with their student section after winning the Whippeal Championship game. And video camera was something that we spent most of our time on. I'd say about 80% of our internship was spent on the video camera, as well as me taking pictures. So I'd say about 85% of my internship was those 2. While the bottom 3 were things I only got to run maybe once or twice. The video board operator, Reese's role, I ran that about 2 or 3 games. It was fun for me. It's about just putting the graphics and the ads up on that big video board that you see throughout the game, as well as running the replay machine and talking to the cameras to make sure they're getting the correct shots that the fans want to see on the scoreboard. I was also the scoreboard operator, which is just doing the physical numbers on the big scoreboard that you see, the balls, the strikes, the outs, the runs, all that good stuff. And then probably my favorite day as a Wild Things intern was when I was the public address announcer for one game during a Kids Day. It's just so happened that our normal public address announcer got stuck in traffic or he was sick the one day. He couldn't make it. Kyle Dawson asked all of us, who can do it? I happened to raise my hand first, sorry everyone. And I got the opportunity to public address announce that day. It was probably my favorite day there. So first of all, we're going to go one by one into each of the duties. This is some of the pictures that I took this summer, some of my favorite pictures. The main goal as a picture taker for the Wild Things, as a photographer, is to get intriguing pictures of fans and families having fun. Now, I didn't do a lot of that because I only took pictures maybe 5 times for games, so it wasn't a lot. And I was sitting down in the media section of the dugouts. But I did end up walking around for the last couple of games, taking pictures of fans. This is my favorite one I got. This kid, he has a little bit of boogers running out of his nose with the #1 fan sign. I think that's my best fan shot I got of the summer. Top left is Wagner LaGrange, the left fielder and the cleanup hitter. He has aura. That's one of my favorite pictures I took. Jommer Hernandez in the top, a catcher who got cut late in the season. Steely McBeam and Wild Thing on Wild Thing's birthday. This is just one of my favorite pictures. And then this is Charlie Manzi of Indiana after hitting a walk-off home run, as well as Indiana playing in the Whitfield Championship game. You can't really tell because of the quality of the screen, but it is raining in that picture, and it is one of my favorite pictures I took this summer. And this is something that I picked up at Waynesburg, photography, working under SPOS for PA Football News, going to photograph high school football games. It's something that really made me fall in love with photography, and it's something that I learned that I still love doing with the Wild Things this summer. So the video cameras, we were mainly used for mid-inning entertainment. When we got the internship, we thought, as Benny and Brett have already talked about, we thought we were going to be doing a live video broadcast that you'd be watching, like, say, MLB Fox for the World Series or whatever you've been watching recently. But we were mainly used for the mid-inning entertainment, so the games that would be played on the foul lines during while the teams were warming up in between innings. We were also used for recorded footage for social media. I don't think a lot of my footage really was used for social media. I don't think a lot of our footage was used that much for social media, at least for the standstill cameras. Now when we get to the 4K cameras, I think those were better used. First, we had the high home camera, which was placed around section 208. That was used for balls in play. That was the main camera used for all the replays. The first base camera was around section 204 down in the bottom. That was used for the faces of the right-handed batters. And the third base camera was used for the faces of the left-handed batters, as well as following the lead runner around the bases. Now for the mobile 4K cameras, it's kind of like what we do at Waynesburg, what we've been doing for the soccer productions and for the football productions, where most of the time I was sitting down in the home dugout in the social media section, recording the video of the game or recording reactions of the players in the dugout, because I think that's good video to shoot. I was also going around and shooting fans and all sorts of stuff like that, just to get interactions, because like I said, the Washington Wild Things are a heavily family-oriented organization, and their main goal is to get intriguing videos and pictures so that more people come to the park. And as I said, this was about 80% of the internship as well. Some of the other duties I got to do, as I said, I didn't get to do these as much. The video board operator, which is just using this big machine right here to put different ads and different graphics up on the board, whether that's the batter, the pitcher coming in, the sponsor of the inning, or whatever is coming in. I also ran the scoreboard, which I already talked about a little bit, just the stats, and then the public address announcer. I actually did it for a kids game, and this was the most fun day I had. They were very active, and they were very responsive to all of my public address announcing calls. Now we're going to talk about the struggles that I had this summer, as well as the video board breaking down within the last 2 or 3 weeks of the season, and we didn't really have anything to do because that was our whole internship. That was a big struggle, but I say the biggest struggle is the Home Team Network. This is a company that bought the Frontier League rights at the beginning of the 2025 season, and they put in AI cameras into each stadium, and we'll be controlling the broadcast from a remote area somewhere in America. So when as I said before, when we got this internship, we thought we would be running cameras and directing and producing for a live broadcast. Turns out we were just doing the in-stadium stuff, and I think this is really what hindered the internship. Although it wasn't the Wild Things or Kyle's fault, to say the least, because they bought the entire Frontier League. It's nothing they can do, but I'd say it did bring down the internship experience just a little bit. What I learned from my internship this summer is that I made the correct career path decision. I always knew that I introed with that I wanted to work in sports and for a pro team my entire life, but I know I made the right decision because I enjoyed this summer as much as it was grueling and long and repetitive. I made the correct career path because I loved it. I also learned that I will work with people you disagree with, but I must overcome. This isn't directed at any of the people I worked with in here. It's more of the bosses or the other kids that we were working with. Sometimes they didn't understand or agree with some of the things we were doing, or they were just lazy and didn't come at the end of the at the end of the internship like Brett was talking about, and you must overcome and work those grueling long days. And the last thing I learned is I do not want to be a video camera operator. And the main reason is because it hurts my back. I know it hurts a lot of other people's back. When you're standing there for long hours like this, and your back and your knees are locked, you will have shin splints after that, I'm telling you. But I still love photography. That is the other thing I mentioned. All those pictures I took this summer that made me realize I still love that. And that's something I could do in the future. With that being said, I will open it up to questions. Stone?
With you being a junior and the chance to get another internship this summer, is this something that you would possibly want to do again, or are you going to go in a different direction this year?
I would say, as a sophomore, that me and Brett were, after our sophomore years, doing this internship, it was a good thing because it's something that we could get experience of. But again, with it not being a live broadcast, I think it hinders the experience of it a little bit. I don't think I would do it again this summer. I'm probably going to look in a different direction and try to get a new experience in a new field, maybe in like a writing field or something. But I would suggest it for someone after their sophomore year, just to get some experience. Suppose?
Kind of carrying off what you just said, is there, for going down the line, are you continue to look for other aspects of sports media that whether you didn't get a chance to do with this internship, or maybe something you haven't gotten a chance to do while you're at Waynesburg?
Yeah, I mean, taking the sports writing class this semester really made me start to enjoy sports writing because it's something that I can have. Let me try to explain this. When I'm up here talking, I make mistakes and trip over my words sometimes. Whenever I'm writing an article, I have exactly what I want, and I can put it exactly how I want to and have it exactly like that. So writing something else I wanted to do, I enjoyed directing the soccer game a couple weeks ago here at Waynesburg. So those are some of the other things I like doing that I didn't get to do here with the Wild Things. But I still think it was a helpful internship. So I hope that answered your question. Any more? Jay?
So you didn't want to do camera. Did anything crop up as your new favorite?
The thing is, I still like doing video camera, but the main part is it's long and you're standing there for a long time, and it's not a lot of variety. What I like about the different things in directing is, this is a great shot. We've never seen that before. Let's take that. Or writing when it's a new story every time. So I don't know if something really stepped up in the place, but I enjoy doing video recording, just not as much. Logan, last question.
There's a lot of what you did with the Wild Things that is related to what you learned already with Waynesburg University Sports Network. Is there anything new you learned from this internship?
I didn't get to run any of the point streak or the scorekeeping that Brett and Benny did, but I did. I didn't get to do any of it, but I did learn, for the most part, how to do that, as well as being in Andy Stanko's class last year, learning how to do that. That's it. All right. Last but not least, this guy turned down multiple Division I football offers to be a long snapper just to join the Department of Communication here at Waynesburg University. Senior sports announcing major, Dean Shazer.